Hi friends, I'm TTB, welcome back to Battlefield 6. We're running a game of King of the Hill and I'm rocking the support class with my loud M60. That is right, we're going to be going in here loud and proud and finding a claymore and an enemy from the side that takes us down. First death, no kills, and that is an interesting topic for this video. Mental resilience, or what do you do when things keep going wrong? Because, let me tell you, things are gonna go wrong for me a little bit, especially at the start of this video. So, second death, no kills, okay. Starting to feel a little bit bad, but that's okay. We can always go in and move in again and try again, and we should get taken down a third time. No, we get rest, very nice. Getting up again, trying to see if I can maybe surprise somebody. Nope. Third death. Are you feeling it right now? That is the feeling of frustration, and I think if you get frustrated at this point, or at least a little bit frustrated, then that is normal. That is okay, that's a little bit human, right? Fourth kill right there. The question is just, what can you make of a match like this, right? You think, okay, well, maybe the whole match is doomed now or whatnot, or what you can do is you can just tough it out and see what you can make happen there. That would have been our fifth death, but our teammate was actually paying attention, so we got to live there. We got the point now. Let's reset mentally and try and play this to the best of our abilities. I got my shield down, I got the M60 ready and resting on the cover. Plastic chair flying around. I think there are two enemies that we just took down from the center. There might be a third one, I'm not sure about him, in the greenery right now, and I'm also thinking that maybe there's something from behind, but radar reveals two teammates coming in. That is okay. By the way, pay attention, we are using the loose weapon belt, or the loose ammo belt, so this is just 50 rounds for an M60 machine gun. Basically carrying the rounds Rambo style. That is the way to do it, my friends, in CQB. You want the fast reloads and you don't have the time to reload your full mag. And there, I totally slept on that guy rushing through the center, and we get taken out right here by an enemy grenade, but that's okay, because we respawn and run straight into the next enemy because we just spawned in front of him. Also okay, Sif happens and shit happens, so all in all, we are just gonna try to do our best, go back to the spot, try and see if we can reclaim it together with our mates. We at least liberated it. There was a grenade coming out of the window, so I'm just gonna try and hold here. There, finally we get taken down from the back. It's okay, that spot is gonna move over to the next one, which is gonna be right in front of us. So, we're here in time. We can set up, as you can see, 53 to 50 is the score right now. So it is all evened out. Even though the match went very poorly for me, it's all evened out, so I'm just gonna wait here and relax a little bit. Get into a position with this gun. Ideally speaking, there we found the target. Ideally speaking, I would like to be a little bit further away, because the M60 has a relatively low rate of fire, so a little bit more distance helps you in those engagements. At super close range, any weapon that has like almost twice the fire rate is gonna come out on top. Of course, provided all parties are equal. But yeah, I still can hear some movement on the left. There's a guy trying to go across. I hit him in the head right there with the spray, and now let's see if we can go ahead and visit him. Haha, yeah, I bet he didn't expect that one. I used my cover to actually jump up onto the ridge. Beautiful. Now we can go ahead and reload again. So, do you hear that? That is the sound of Ukraine, aka there's a UAV up there somewhere in the sun. There we go. No more spotting for you, good sir. That's going to be important. Otherwise, that recon is going to check out our whole positions and going to mark us for the enemy team. Well, we are comfortably in the lead at this point, and the match is starting to feel a lot better. Now, my question to you guys is, after taking 4 or 5 deaths like that in a row, what would you do? Because if you quit out of the match, you take your experience with you. Like, there's no drawback of just quitting out, but there is something to be gained, in my opinion, from staying in the match and trying your best to change the situation. Even if you don't succeed, you at least tried, and you at least gave it a chance. And I think, personally, that if you give that chance, and if you toughen it out, so to speak, by the way, I hate that wall, go away, then you have a chance to grow as a player. Oh, there was, by the way, there was the claymore from the beginning of the video. You recognize that? The thing was still there. Almost killed me. Up, and There is the other guy. I wonder if he was also still there. That is the recon that put down that Claymore. Alright. Not a problem. We will just make our way back. Our teammates have really started to come alive and really go for those spots, so that helps out a lot. A little bit more aggression there. I'm trying to throw out nades, but I don't think you can throw over these buildings actually, so that might be a little bit of a waste there. Enemy coming up front, running into the building, and okay, we got a down teammate right here that we can res, another down teammate, and generally a little bit of a clusterfuck going on here. And as you can see, we're all currently looking towards the right, which means of course there's going to be an enemy that comes from the left, from behind, and takes us down. In King of the Hill specifically, guys, the matches are very close in terms of being very close proximity to the enemy, so you really gotta watch it. Speaking of watching things, I didn't watch that second grenade on the ground there. So you really gotta watch your angles, and you gotta make sure you have a weapon that can deal with targets in close range. So it's not so much about sniper rifles in this one, it's more about carbines, normal rifles, machine guns as well, if you can find ones that work well for you. For me, the M60 actually works surprisingly well. I know a lot of people are struggling with this gun specifically, but I found for me it actually runs a little bit more consistently than other machine guns. And I actually like the fact that you have a little bit of a slower time firing, like the rate of fire is not as high, and that helps us out in getting in the shots a little bit more accurately. However, of course, anytime you get close range to a target, you kind of wish you would have the higher fire rates of some of the starting light machine guns. For example, the starting light machine gun has about 200 more fire rate or so than this one. So once again, we're going to post up on a bit of cover right here that we've created for ourselves. Enemy grenade coming in, we're going to fall back here, utilize the time to heal up together with our teammate, and also post up again as soon as I stop using the sledgehammer on my own cover right here. Oof. That cover just took a shot from the grenade launcher, but we didn't die, so that's a bonus. And yeah, we just got the golden M60 mastery. I've got this thing up to platinum right now because I've been playing it excessively, and I think it's actually a pretty nice gun to have. And yeah, I mean, look at the score, guys. All in all, what started as a 50-0 now is a 250 to 89 or so. So, like I said, guys, don't give up immediately. Don't let things discourage you. Try and fight your best, and trust in your teammates. And sometimes really good things will happen. Like this, for example, when it's actually up, leading the scoreboard on score. Beautiful. Clocking in 19 kills with the M60 in the Loud Edition. And of course, if you're wondering about the build, I'm going to show this to you in a couple of seconds. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit the subscribe button, let me know what you think of this video, and of course, join our Discord to become part of the community and play some games with me as I'm live. That was a nice round with the M60, and if you're curious to see how to build this exact version that we used in the video, it's right here on screen, guys. This is the M60 light machine gun we are going to be using. In optics, the SU-123 1.5X. Then we have the blue laser attachment, 120mm blue laser. This one's going to increase our hip fire accuracy, as well as give us some extra aim down sight accuracy as well while moving. But of course, it's highly visible to enemies, so you can always turn it off if you want to be stealthy. For our muzzle device, we were using the converter. This is reducing horizontal recoil, so left and right recoil, and it has a little bit more stable vertical recoil. But the trade-off is, as we're shooting this, we are showing up on the minimap for everybody that is within like 200-300 meters, so we will be a full diamond on the minimap as we're shooting. Yeah, it's a little bit of a trade-off here. For the barrel, we're rocking the 22-inch E3 long. That's the heavy extended barrel that gives us improved firing accuracy over extended periods and increased projectile velocity. So if you see right here, 900 meters per second. If you use another barrel, like the normal heavy barrel, for example, it's only 720. So that makes our projectiles a little bit faster, and then makes it easier to hit stuff at slightly longer ranges. Of course, on the map that we played, that doesn't really come into play, but generally speaking, heavy extended barrel is the way to go on light machine guns, just as a general bit of info. Under the weapon, we have the QD grip pod. This thing gives us a moderately reduced recoil. You could also use the PTT grip pod or the normal classic grip pod, but these have some advantages and disadvantages. This right here, the classic, would give us, again, faster ADS time, so if that is something that you want to go for, that would be the grip pod to use here. The other one also has recoil reduction, but not as much recoil reduction, and also costs you a little bit of ADS accuracy while moving, so I went with this grip pod just because it costs a little bit more, but it doesn't reduce our ADS accuracy while moving. Generally speaking though, you should have either one of the grip pods or of course the classic bipod. This thing, bipod, when prone, right here, is just really good, gives you the best recoil reduction in the whole game. Alright, back to the QD grip pod, and then we have the 50 round loose belt. Now if you look at the reload time, the 100 rounder it says 7.35 seconds, the 50 rounder it says 1.595 seconds, but I find this is a lie. I think it's a little bit longer than that. It's more like 3 seconds to reload. Still, it seems to be faster than the 100 round belt pouch, and it gives us a little bit of extra mobility as well. And then for the rounds, I went with the penetration rounds. These have increased penetration, meaning that if we are shooting through a soldier into another soldier, we do a little bit more damage. The other option, of course, would just be standard ammo. This would give you a little bit of extra control, but there you have it. That is the build I used in the video. Try it out and let me know how loud Rambo does for you. Thank you so much, supporters. Couldn't do it without you. If you want to join Team TTB, check out the join button right here on YouTube, super thanks button in the comment section, or of course the links to Patreon or the merch store listed in the video description.